The Vanishing at Black Hollow Bridge, based on a true incident. The rain fell in relentless sheets that October night in 1982, turning the roads of rural Kentucky into slick ribbons of black. Sheriff Dan Cooper adjusted his hat, squinting through the windshield as his cruiser crawled along the winding path to Black Hollow Bridge. The call had been strange, hysterical even. A young couple claimed they'd seen a woman in white standing in the middle of the bridge, only for her to vanish before their eyes. Dan sighed. Another drunk hallucination, he thought. But when he arrived, the couple, pale and trembling, insisted they hadn't been drinking. The woman had been wearing an old-fashioned dress, her hair long and tangled, her eyes empty. Dan radioed it in as a prank and was about to leave when his headlights caught something on the bridge. A single rain-soaked shoe, a woman's small leather decades out of style. His blood ran cold. Locals whispered about the bridge. Built in the 1800s, it was said a young bride, Eliza Carter, had thrown herself off it after her husband died in the Civil War. Some claimed to see her ghost, wandering in her wedding gown, searching for him. But this wasn't just a ghost story. Dan dug into old records and found something chilling. Over the past century, 7 people had vanished near Black Hollow Bridge, all on rainy nights. All after reporting a woman in white. None were ever found. Then, a week later, another call came in. A trucker swore he'd hit a woman on the bridge, but when he got out, there was no one there. Just a single muddy handprint on his bumper. Dan returned to the bridge one last time, flashlight in hand. The rain had stopped, leaving an eerie silence. Then, a whisper, "Help me." He spun, heart hammering. There at the edge of the bridge stood Eliza, or what was left of her. Her dress was tattered, her skin gray, her mouth moving without sound. She pointed to the water below. Dan hesitated, then looked over the edge. Beneath the murky water, pale faces stared back. All 7 missing people, perfectly preserved, their eyes wide open, their hands pressed against an invisible barrier, and then something pulled him. Dan Cooper was never seen again. His cruiser was found idling on the bridge, his flashlight still on, pointing at the water. The only clue? A single sodden wedding ring on the driver's seat. To this day, locals avoid Black Hollow Bridge when it rains. But sometimes, if you listen closely, you'll hear a whisper on the wind, "Join us." Would you dare to visit Black Hollow after dark?